When the police arrived, they found a biker lying on the ground, and beside him, a dog that refused to move, even when the ambulance came. The scene opens with flashing red lights and paramedics kneeling beside a man in a leather jacket, his motorcycle twisted in the dirt. Next to him, a dog, wet, trembling, and covered in mud, rests his head on the man's chest, refusing to leave. The rescuers whisper, "He's protecting him." Then the screen fades to black, and a narrator's voice begins softly. But this wasn't where their story began. It started on a lonely road 1 year earlier. A dry highway cuts through the desert. The sun burns the ground and the air ripples with heat. A small pack of bikers ride through the silence, dust, wind, and engine echoes. Among them, Jake, early 40s, quiet eyes, leather jacket faded by the Sunday he rides. At the back, always alone, always distant. For him, the road wasn't about freedom. It was about forgetting. Then, something catches his eye. Near a road sign, a small figure, a dog, sitting motionless, ribs visible beneath matted fur. Jake brakes hard. The others keep going, but he pulls over, engine rumbling into silence. He takes a bottle of water, kneels, and holds out his hand. The dog doesn't move at first, just stares with hollow, sunken eyes. "Hey, easy, boy," Jake whispers. He pours water into his palm, and the dog leans forward, lapping weakly. Jake smiles faintly. "You've had a rough ride, huh?" He pours the rest of the bottle slowly. When his friends return, one of them laughs. "You stopping for a mutt now, man?" Jake looks up. He's not just a stray. He's a survivor. The group pauses. No one argues. They help him feed the dog some jerky. Then one of them says, "Let's take him. He rides with us now." That's how Rusty joined the Brotherhood. Days turned into weeks. Rusty rode behind Jake, wearing a small pair of biker goggles that made everyone smile. In every town, every stop, Rusty followed him like a shadow. Jake would joke, "You've got better manners than half my crew." The dog would wag his tail, as if agreeing. At night, by the fire, Jake whispered, "You saved me too, buddy." Because deep down, Jake knew. Before Rusty, he was just a man heading nowhere. Now, he had someone to protect again. A few months later, while crossing the mountain road, dark clouds rolled in fast. Rain poured, wind howled. The tires slipped, and Jake lost control. When he woke, his bike was overturned, and his leg trapped under it. Pain blurred his vision. He tried to move, but couldn't. Rusty barked wildly, running in circles, then bit the strap of Jake's bag, dragging it toward him. Inside was a flare gun. Rusty kept pulling until it dropped near Jake's hand. With trembling fingers, Jake fired into the sky. Minutes later, his friends saw the red light and raced back. When they reached him, they found Rusty lying against his chest, soaked and shaking, his paw resting on Jake's arm. The paramedic whispered he wouldn't leave him for a second. Jake survived, but Rusty had grown weak. His fur had gone gray, his steps slow. On the anniversary of that crash, Jake rode back to the same dusty road where they first met. He parked his bike beside the old road sign, set down a bowl of water, and sat in silence. "Remember this place, old boy?" Rusty looked up, wagged his tail faintly, then rested his head on Jake's knee. The wind grew quiet. The sunset burned gold. Jake closed his eyes, whispering, "You were my best ride, brother." Rusty took one last breath and drifted away. Jake buried Rusty under that same road sign. He left behind Rusty's goggles, a bottle of water, and a note. He wasn't just a dog. He was a biker's soul on 4 paws. A week later, Locals said they often saw a man on a Harley stop by that sign every evening, pouring a bit of water on the ground and whispering, "Ride free, brother," until the next road. Fade out. Soft guitar music plays.